You feel your chest tighten. Your breath shortens. A storm is building inside you, and no one else can see it. That's anxiety. It sneaks in when the world gets too loud, too fast, too uncertain. But what if I told you, anxiety isn't the enemy? It's a message, a misunderstood messenger. And Buddhism doesn't tell you to fight it. It teaches you to listen. Let's explore that. 1. Understanding anxiety through the Buddhist lens. In the West, anxiety is often seen as a disorder, something broken that needs to be fixed. But Buddhism invites us to look deeper, not to label, but to observe. The Buddha taught that suffering, dukkha, is part of life, not an error in the system. Anxiety is one flavor of that suffering. It's not a punishment. It's a signal that something inside you is clinging to control, to certainty, to expectations, to outcomes that haven't even arrived yet. Buddhism doesn't shame anxiety. It makes room for it. It teaches you to meet it with compassion, not combat. 2. The root of anxiety, attachment to what's not here. According to Buddhist philosophy, anxiety arises from attachment and aversion. We cling to the future, trying to control what hasn't happened. We fear uncertainty, wishing things were different than they are. We push away discomfort, hoping to escape it. But here's the truth the Buddha shared. All suffering comes from craving. Craving for safety, craving for control, craving for things to go our way. But life is not always on our terms. And anxiety is born when the mind resists this truth. 3. Don't push it away. Sit with it. Most of us react to anxiety by running. We scroll, binge, avoid, numb. But in Buddhism, the teaching is clear. Don't run. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. This means turning inward and sitting with your fear. Not indulging it. Not feeding it. Just watching it. Like clouds drifting through the sky. Like a guest who visits but never stays. Meditation, especially mindfulness of the breath, anapanasati, is a powerful tool here. Not to get rid of anxiety, but to learn how to hold it without being held hostage by it. You become the sky. The anxiety is just weather. 4. The second arrow. Stop hurting yourself twice. One of the most beautiful metaphors the Buddha used is the teaching of the 2 arrows. He said, when touched with a feeling of pain, the unwise person worries, agonizes, and is distraught. They feel 2 pains, physical and mental. It's like being struck by 2 arrows. The first arrow is the situation itself, stress, uncertainty, fear. The second arrow is the story we tell ourselves about it. I'm weak. This will never end. I can't do this. There's something wrong with me. That second arrow, that inner war, is often worse than the first. Buddhist practice helps us stop firing that second arrow. You learn to be with what is, instead of adding more suffering on top. 5. You're not your thoughts. In the midst of anxiety, it's easy to believe everything your mind tells you. But here's the liberating truth. You're not your thoughts. The Buddha emphasized that the mind is like a monkey jumping from one branch to another. Restless, noisy, scattered. But you're the one observing the monkey, not the monkey itself. Every time you observe a thought, instead of reacting to it, you loosen anxiety's grip. You reclaim your seat as the watcher, the still presence beneath the waves. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. But remember, you can choose which thoughts to feed. 6. Anxiety is a messenger. Listen, then let it go. Instead of trying to beat anxiety, what if you asked it, what are you trying to tell me? Maybe it's pointing to an unhealed wound. Maybe it's reminding you that you're overwhelmed and need rest. Maybe it's simply the echo of your body trying to protect you. In Buddhist psychology, all emotions, even fear, are seen as impermanent. They arise. They pass. They are not you. Your job isn't to get rid of them. Your job is to become skillful in how you relate to them. And sometimes that means thanking your anxiety for showing up, then gently letting it go. 7. Practice grounding yourself when anxiety hits. Next time you feel that familiar wave of anxiety, pause. Breathe in. Feel the air enter your nose. Feel your chest rise. Breathe out slowly. Now ask yourself, where am I right now? Am I safe in this moment? Can I bring kindness to this experience? You can also try labeling the feeling. Anxiety is here. Not, I'm anxious, because that sounds permanent. Just, anxiety is visiting. This subtle shift helps you take space from the emotion. Enough space to breathe. 8. Compassion is the antidote to anxiety. Anxiety thrives in the soil of self-judgment. It shrinks when watered with compassion. In Buddhism, metta, loving kindness, is a practice of turning warmth inward. Try saying, may I be safe. May I be peaceful. May I meet this moment with courage and softness. Say it even if you don't believe it yet, especially then. Self-compassion doesn't remove anxiety, but it removes the shame that makes it worse. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be gentle with your fear. 9. You don't have to do this alone. The path of healing is not meant to be walked in silence. In Buddhism, the Sangha, the spiritual community, is one of the 3 jewels. This means you're allowed to reach out, to speak your truth, to share your struggle. When anxiety isolates you, connection heals you. And even listening to words like these right now is a form of Sangha, a quiet reminder you're not alone. 10. Let go of the war. Come home to yourself. The Buddha didn't promise a life without storms. He promised a way to stop being drowned by them. Anxiety isn't something to conquer. It's something to understand, to befriend, to gently disarm. Because beneath it all, you are stillness. Your presence. You are the calm that anxiety forgets exists. And when you stop seeing anxiety as the enemy, you realize it's just a wave, and you are the ocean. So next time anxiety knocks, don't slam the door. Open it. Offer it tea. Listen to what it needs to say. Then watch it leave, like every other passing moment. You don't need to fix yourself. You need to return to yourself. And in the words of the Buddha, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection, even in your anxiety, especially then.